In the previous lesson, we worked on some NURBS modeling using different tools, and we created a chair using tubular structure and also a table. We inspired from Bauhaus design and modern and contemporary design. So we created a few objects, and also here I've just imported by going into File and Import some of the objects that I created in the previous lesson. You can also export, for example, a single piece by going into File and Export selected, and then you can like save it into one specific file. So you can just import not the entire scene, but just a selection. Also, what I've done here is I created groups. So Control G or go to Edit Group and create a group so that you can handle better objects that have many pieces and you don't lose like the pieces around. So in this video, instead, I want to talk, we are back here in the architecture project, and I want to talk about how you can refine the architecture by adding additional elements, like for example arrays, so repeating elements on the facade or on the interiors, and also how you can do different types of arrays in different fashion, like here for example the table, the chair, and also how you can create buildings with array really quickly, like skyscraper, things like that. How you can create halls and also stairs, and with the sweeps we can create railings, we can create here additional, again, refinements and detailing, and so little by little you can enrich your overall project with additional elements. Okay, so let's get started. And as I said, I imported the chair we created in the previous video here. And by the way, you can use CAD to create the rest of your design. So for example, at the beginning of the course, we created these kind of blocks representing modules like sofa and kitchen, etc. Now you can take that, and also here, you can take that and substitute with an actual object, or you can create one starting from those lines, as I did here for this table. So here, I just want to create an array and duplicate objects like chairs or things like that. For example, let's start with a simple array. So I'm gonna mirror this on the other side of the table using the editing tools. So I'm gonna mirror this using the mids part of the table, the mid snap. And once I have this, I will find the array here also, or here. So these are the array tools. And for this, a linear array is enough. So I'm gonna click on the linear array. Number of items are going to be 4 in total, so 4, press enter. And by the way, you can also record the history on the array, so that if you change the original or if you change the distance or anything, it will update the whole array. So preview, yes, and I'm gonna go for the first reference point. I'm gonna use that CAD drawing down there, and the second reference point for the movement is gonna be the second corner here, or the second element. And there you go, now we have distributed linearly the chairs around the table. Now I created here the top of the table using the line that I draw previously on CAD. So that's all the lines you have again can be used. And usually you start with the straight corners and then you round everything as we have done also in the previous lesson. So you do it on the 2D shapes, or you can do it directly also on the 3D shape. I'm going to show you in this video how to do that. And so the same way you can extrude all the modules for the kitchen, like usually they are 60 or 70 centimeters high, and then create all the rest of the furniture that you need. So here I want to extrude this, and this is going to be an extrusion of a curve, and it needs to be a solid. And be careful on the units and the tolerance. That's really important. Let me show you here. So let's assume this will be the base of the table. Okay, so actually I think I'm gonna do it just a little smaller so that the feet can be comfortable. Okay, So if I go into File and Properties, go into the units. Now we already talked about the importance of the units of the model. Right now we are in centimeters, but also the absolute tolerance is important. Otherwise, some tools won't work properly. So in this case, I want to do like a chamfer and a fillet of the corners. And if this is too high, I will have problems. So right now it's like lower than 1 millimeter. So I think it's fine as a tolerance. But for each document you create, you can find here the settings and make sure that they are set properly. Okay, so as you can see here, I've added this rounded corner everywhere. So that's one option. You can do rounded corners, you can do chamfer. And since this is a solid, you will need to go in the solid tools. Now remember that if you go here in the properties, you can see if something is a open surface or a closed extrusion, which means a solid. So if it's a solid, use the solid tools. If it's a surface, use the surface tools. So here you have chamfer, fillets, and variable radius fillet, etc. And here you have it for the solid tools. So fillet edges, blend edges, and chamfer edges. So let's go to the simple fillet edge. So here I need to select what I want to use and what I want to round. So I'm gonna select these corners. I can select also the entire element here, and you can see there is a little representation of a 1 centimeters radius, which is fine. And if you want, you can also apply the preview to see before. And if you press enter, there's a preview right there. So we didn't confirm yet, but you can see everything is working fine. Now be careful, because if we go here and do set all, and we set this to be a too high value, like for example 2, it will give you some problems like this. You can see this is wrong. And it's wrong because the radius is bigger than the actual size of that side of the box. So again, let's set all, and let's say like half centimeter, so 0.5. I press enter, and that's fine. And press enter again. So usually in design, or also in nature, nothing has like a perfectly straight and sharp corner. Everything has chamfer corners or rounded corners. I'm gonna add another box here, and I will go with the box center, so I can like get this midpoint and this point with the track, and then position that exactly in the middle. So I will just create the missing part for this piece of furniture. Okay, and I can unite them with the union boolean, or just leave it as it is. Now if I want less rounded effect, I still need to put something in those corners, otherwise they will look too fake also in the rendering. So if you don't want to make something too heavy like a rounded corner, you can also put a chamfer. So let's go here and chamfer edge, and again I can select like the ones that I want to chamfer, and I don't need to do it like here in the bottom. In this case I just need the side. Okay, and also here I don't need to chamfer like the bottom. Maybe I just need that, because every time you do this, you're going to increase the number of polygons in the scenes and the heaviness of the scene. Okay, and again I'm gonna change this into something like 0.5 will be enough, half centimeters. Okay, so even if there is a little chamfer, well, at least you want to have that if you want, a little bit of realism in your render. Now I want to move here on this other table, and also here you can see I added a little chamfer or fillet, and also down here. So you can add, if you remember, this was a result of a revolve. So you can add the little curve like this, or the fillet, before